Well, hello fellow green thumbs. The hedges are trimmed and the fence is complete. Looking nice. Check it out. Mentioned yesterday how the white catches the sun when the sun shines on it, and it does. Quite vivid. So the masonry was done with a substance called Santex, and I can't show you the tub. If you just put Santex in, it should Santex masonry paint. It's got like a what do you call it? What they call lighthouse. It's got like a lighthouse on the front of it. Can't miss it. Get it at B&Q and all them sorts of places. Santex, and it's got a bit of a coat. It's got a bit of a texture to it. Although it feels quite smooth when it's on. It's more of a cream. But it lasts a few years, you know. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And we went for the brown option, the sort of dark oak option on the woodwork. Now a couple of these, this one especially, is probably going to need to be replaced next season because it's rotting, see, on the top. I might well redo all them in 2x1 next year and just keep the fence, you know, the actual what do you call it, grid, the wire grid. But yeah, for an allotment plot it looks alright. Been a couple of the guys passing by saying, oh, that looks good, and one of our fellas says it looks better than my care home, that. That's a good thing, isn't it? It's nice, I like it. That's next, the tiki hut. We're deciding we're going to do that in the red cedar, keep it the red cedar and green around the windows, but the lady farmer wants us to paint it brown at the top, the dark oak at the top. And I like the combo of colours. I sort of like the green, the red and the brown, the white. They're all like sort of rustic colours, earthy colours. Listen to me thinking I know what I'm talking about. But I like the way the plot's looking actually at the minute. I'm quite chuffed with it. Oh aye, the fences. So I've trimmed all them with my new toy. My battery powered hedge clippers. Can't get them straight because they're not straight. And they're not even, but at least they're looking neater, a lot neater. My amateur topiary. It's about as good as I can get them. But just as long as they're not looking scruffy, you know what I mean? I'd like to have them perfectly straight like you see in these posh English heritage gardens, you know. Going to get rid of them weeds now. So I've just weeded this big potato bed, and most of the way down the sides I've got this little bit to finish off at the front here where the flags are, the paving stones are. Can't speak. Must have heat stroke, which is a danger actually in this environment. It's been nice and hot today. So that's weeded. Got all the horses' tails and hedge bindweed out of it, and the other little annuals that have dropped in. And we're going to give it a good watering now. As you can see though, the spuds are coming through. They were planted just a couple of weeks ago though, so, and they were planted pretty deep. They were down about 15 inches then. So let's get cracking. Yeah, so plenty of weeding has been done. It's looking relatively weed free. Can't say 100% weed free because it never is. It's too big to keep 100% weed free, and the weeds are too rampant, boys and girls. But it's looking alright. I've been taking the scapes off these as well. So these have been overwintered. I haven't weeded this bed either. There you go. I haven't weeded this bed. These have been overwintered in here. They were put in November the 5th, I think it was, last year. These onions, and they're the Japanese Senshu onion. I've just pulled a scape off one of them. That's a scape. It's the seed pod that comes up through the centre generally, and the seeds grow at the tip the sort of pointy end tip. But I'll be checking these over the next couple of weeks. 4 scapes, and there's another one attempting to form. Because once these form, the onion itself stops growing, stops bulbing up, because it's concentrating and sending the energy through to the flowering tip. So the scape is the tip, basically, where the flower seed pod appears, or the flower pod appears, opens up, gets pollinated, and then the seeds fall. Which is okay, but you don't want it when you're trying to get big fat onions or garlic, like I am. So there's the garlic on this side, Casablanca, again overwintered, and that's our onion, overwintered onion. The bed's split up in between the overwintered stuff and this, which was planted in spring, early March, I think these were planted. These are just all onions in this bed, and a few marigolds, as you can see at the front, and a few weeds, of course, the obligatory weeds. I think that's knotweed. That's unfortunate, isn't it? That's knotweed. But yeah, pull them out before they flower and you're alright, but dispose of off-site. Don't let that get a grip on your site. The old knotweed, I think that is knotweed, that, you know. Or it might be that Himalayan balsam stuff. I think it's Himalayan balsam, actually, that. Which is, again, an invasive plant that you don't want on your allotment plot. So we get shut. It's looking good on the old Eden plots at the moment. Have a look in here. Our Brassica cage, just watered everything up. Close the door behind me because I've just... we have seen a few cabbage whites today, cabbage white butterflies. But they haven't got in here, which is good. Because this is all Brassica. Mind you, I don't think the spinach is it. Spinach is in the mustard family, I think. If I'm correct. I'm probably not correct, but there you go. Pak choy. I think pak choy is the same, that's in the mustard family. And that tends to bolt in these hot conditions as well. I picked off a bolting tip. If you look at that, it looks like a little tiny broccoli. And that's what you get, but you get them coming up through the centre. So I just nip them out, and hopefully then the plants will just bush out a bit. And we can take it. But in the next week or two, they'll be starting to bolt. In the next week or two, definitely. So that's when we harvest them. Even if they haven't taken on that classical pak choy shape, we'll be taking them and eating them as pak choy. Or part boiling them and freezing them up. Same with the spinach. We've got the cauliflower there. Got a lot of cauliflower. We've got these ones. That's a little dying one. But these are doing okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. And 7. So that's 15. 15 collies. Some cabbage there at the front. This all needs a thorough weeding. I said about that weed train, it never does stop. Cabbages again there, kale there, broccoli, calabrese, and potatoes that are bursting through our first earlies. A selection of first early potatoes coming through. Keeping them in here in the buckets. I'll just go like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the water every time I come down. If it's been hot like this, it's been scorching today and yesterday. So I'm going to come down again tomorrow, do a bit more weeding. Be constant weeding at the moment, guys, this time of year, but you've got to keep on top of it. I will not let it defeat me this year, the bloody weeding, which it has done in the last couple of years, the last 3 years really. Since we got the second plot, to be honest, it's been a bit of a nightmare, that weeding carry on. But nil desperandum, do not despair, boys and girls. You just have to crack on and keep on top of it. So I'm going to be coming down religiously and be saying my prayers every time I come for no weeds. I'll be coming down religiously for at least 1 hour every night in this week. And then on the weekend, me, the lady farmer, and the 2 boys are going to come down and do half a day, either on the Saturday or the Sunday. That's the plan. And then the other half a day, we'll be going out doing a family activity. And then on the Sunday or whatever, we'll be doing the house. We'll be working on the house, getting that nice and tip top. We're going to split it. So it's going to be work, allotment, house, playing out, and that's about it. So we pay the house off, because that's the next plan, to be debt free. Be debt free by 2030, totally debt free. That's the plan. Before I'm 60. Take care of yourselves and each other, boys and girls. Remember, we love you all. You've been beautiful, fantastic and fragrant if you're a lady. You've been macho, forthright, dynamic if you're a gentleman. If you've been something in between, you've been something in between. And we love you all, as long as you're a good person. Take care of yourselves and each other. God bless. Keep growing with your heads down. And I'll catch you later. Guru out. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye now.